Breaking NFL news out of Jacksonville as all-pro cornerback Jalen Ramsey has told the team he wants out and is requesting a trade from the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jacksonville's going downhill. And you know something that's crazy about Jacksonville is they were just in the AFC Championship game with Blake Bortles. Obviously, you know they've lost Dante Fowler. They've lost names since then, but for a team that was just in the AFC Championship not too long ago, now one of their best defensive players, if not their best defensive player, wants out. And things are not looking the greatest in Jacksonville with this, especially now that he wants out. I mean, two defensive backs the Niners could take a look at in a potential trade. Minka Fitzpatrick first, and now obviously Jalen Ramsey. It's wild. This NFL season has already been wild, and not only that, but Mason Rudolph is not playing against the 49ers next week. Ben Roethlisberger is not playing against the 49ers next week, which is going to help out the Niners big because we have a good shot at going 3-0. I read this thing that said ESPN's Power Index had the Steelers at a 27% chance to win the game with Ben Roethlisberger. So they already had a low chance coming into San Fran to lose, or they had a good chance to come into San Fran and lose. But now that Mason Rudolph is in, there's now a 20% chance. So Niners looking good, but we're going to go back to this Ramsey thing. So Ramsey wants out. Niners could potentially take a look at him. This is a guy that you want on your defense. This is a guy that, Ramsey's one of the best in the league right now, if not the best. And this is a guy that, the Niners could take a look at that would boost the secondary enormously and would be a major move if the Niners could pull off trading for Jalen Ramsey. We'll see what happens. I doubt it's going to happen because, obviously, Ahkello Witherspoon's playing pretty damn well, and they're not going to give up something for something that's, not broken. They're not going to give up, players if Ahkello Witherspoon's doing good. And I can't blame that. So we'll see what happens, but the Niners should definitely take a look in to see what Jacksonville wants for Ramsey. I mean, if it's something that we could pull off and not be affected by it as much, go for it. But I know John Lynch, I know how he operates. He probably won't pull the trigger, but there's always a possibility, so we'll see how it pans out. But either way, Jalen Ramsey could potentially be on a different team within the next few weeks, depending on how this pans out in Jacksonville. But Ramsey, this all started with he just had anger at the organization, I guess, for not winning. And then, obviously, he took it all out on Doug Marrone yesterday. And I called it right when the news broke about him, him calling out Doug Marrone, whatever. I knew that the first thing I said was he'll probably end up requesting a trade. And I kind of figured Jalen Ramsey was unhappy in Jacksonville, especially after last season. I kind of figured, his time in Jacksonville could potentially be coming to an end. And now it looks like the forecast looks like it's going to be likely this happens. So we'll see how it pans out. But Jalen Ramsey wants out of Jacksonville and has requested a trade. So down goes Ramsey from Jacksonville potentially, and that's another big loss for Jacksonville as well. They lost Foles, now potentially losing all-pro cornerback Jalen Ramsey.